For more than 40 years, the lone traveler has been drifting through the cold, endless dark, carrying the voices, sounds, and memories of our world. This traveler is Voyager 1, the most distant human creation in existence. Even now, almost 15 billion miles from home, it continues to send faint signals, each one expanding our understanding of where the sun's reach ends and the galaxy begins. Voyager 1 was launched in 1977, during an era when space exploration was still young and daring. It was originally built for a brief 5-year mission to study Jupiter and Saturn, but what followed far surpassed every dream of its designers. Alongside its twin, Voyager 2, the probe used 1970s technology to perform one of humanity's greatest scientific odysseys, still operating more than 4 decades later. This journey was possible because of a rare planetary alignment that occurs only once every 176 years, allowing the spacecraft to gain speed by using each planet's gravity in a technique known as a gravity assist. Voyager 2 left Earth first, in August 1977. Voyager 1 followed a few weeks later and quickly took the lead on a faster trajectory. In 1979, it flew past Jupiter, capturing breathtaking photos and discovering the first active volcanoes beyond Earth, erupting on the moon Io. A year later, it reached Saturn, revealing the intricate beauty of its rings and discovering new moons never seen before. With its planetary tour complete, Voyager 1 continued outward, toward the unseen frontier of the solar system's edge. To understand where it travels today, we must look at the heliosphere, a vast bubble formed by the sun's charged particles and magnetic field. Inside this bubble lies everything we call the solar system. Beyond it begins interstellar space. The boundary between them, known as the heliopause, marks the point where solar wind meets the thin gas and plasma that fills the galaxy. For years, no one knew what that crossing would be like. Would the change be sudden, or gradual? On August 25, 2012, Voyager 1 answered that question. It recorded a dramatic rise in cosmic rays and a surge in plasma density, clear signs that it had stepped beyond the sun's domain into the interstellar medium. Yet, curiously, the magnetic field did not twist as expected, revealing that this frontier is not a sharp wall but a complex, layered transition. Then, in 2024, Voyager 1 detected something extraordinary: faint, continuous plasma waves rippling through interstellar space. These low-frequency vibrations suggest that the space between stars isn't silent, it hums with the energy of distant supernovae and stellar winds. It was the first direct evidence that the galaxy beyond our solar system is alive with motion, filled with invisible currents of matter and energy. Remarkably, the spacecraft still operates. Its power comes from a small radioisotope generator that converts the heat of decaying plutonium into electricity, a simple but long-lasting source of life. Engineers have carefully shut down instruments over the years to conserve power, even creating software patches decades later to keep communication alive. A single command from Earth now takes 22 hours to arrive, and another 22 hours for Voyager's reply to return. Nearly 2 days for one conversation across the cosmic sea. Among its most iconic features is the Golden Record, a gold-plated copper disc designed as a message to anyone or anything that may someday find it. Curated by a team led by Carl Sagan, it holds the sounds of our planet: wind, rain, animal calls, laughter, and greetings in 55 languages. It also contains music from many cultures, photographs of Earth's landscapes, and symbols of our scientific understanding. The record is more than a time capsule. It's humanity's handshake to the unknown, declaring that we existed, that we felt wonder, and that we reached for the stars. Now more than 24 billion kilometers from Earth, Voyager 1 continues its silent voyage. Built in the analog age, with less computing power than a modern calculator, it endures where no machine has before. While countless satellites that once orbited Earth have fallen silent or burned up in the atmosphere, Voyager 1 still endures, sailing through the deep, interstellar dark. Out there, the sun is no longer a blazing presence in the sky but a faint, distant spark, just another star among billions. Temperatures around the spacecraft hover close to absolute zero, a cold so extreme that even atoms move sluggishly. Yet, against all odds, this small probe built in the 1970s continues its steady flight, guided only by momentum and the will of the humans who sent it. Its survival is more than a triumph of engineering, it's a testament to vision and perseverance. The men and women who designed Voyager had no way of knowing their creation would still be operating half a century later. Every switch, wire, and transistor was built to last, not for luxury or speed, but for resilience. They crafted a machine meant to endure the silence of deep space, an instrument of curiosity that would outlive the era that made it. Each signal it sends home is a quiet victory over distance, decay, and time itself. But even legends must eventually rest. Voyager's power comes from a small generator that converts the heat of decaying plutonium into electricity. That energy source grows weaker each year, and one by one, the spacecraft's instruments are being turned off to save what little power remains. There will come a day when the transmitter can no longer whisper across the cosmic void, when its last bit of data fades into the endless background hum of the universe. After that, Voyager 1 will no longer speak, but it will not die. Unpowered and alone, it will continue its journey through the stars, gliding silently through interstellar space. It will drift past clouds of cosmic dust, ancient remnants of exploded stars, and invisible waves of radiation. In a million years, it might cross the outer edges of another star system. In a billion, it may still be traveling, untouched and unchanged, a relic of a civilization that once looked up and dared to explore. Even when Earth's continents shift, when mountains rise and crumble, when our species evolves or vanishes, Voyager will still be moving outward. It will carry with it a small trace of our world, a whisper of oceans, laughter, music, and dreams, etched into metal and memory. Perhaps someday, far in the future, another civilization will find it. Maybe they'll be beings of carbon, like us, or machines born of their own creation. They might retrieve the probe, study the strange golden disk attached to its side, and wonder about the tiny blue planet that launched it. Through the golden record, they will hear our greetings in dozens of languages, our heartbeat, our songs, our thunder, and our hope. They will know that we once existed, and that we reached for the stars not out of necessity, but out of wonder. Or perhaps Voyager will wander forever, never to be found, an eternal traveler adrift in the sea between suns. Even then, it carries meaning. It is a symbol of humanity's refusal to be confined by its own boundaries. It represents our hunger to learn, our courage to step into the unknown, and our unending curiosity about what lies beyond the horizon. Whatever its ultimate fate, Voyager 1 has already achieved something timeless. It is the first human creation to leave the protective bubble of the sun's influence and enter the interstellar realm, a place no other spacecraft has ever gone. In doing so, it transformed from a scientific instrument into a piece of living history, a silent ambassador of all life on Earth. Every mile it travels is a message written across the stars, that a small species from a small world dared to explore infinity. From a fragile blue planet circling an ordinary star, humanity built a machine that now sails among the stars themselves. Voyager 1 reminds us that exploration is not only about finding new worlds or collecting data, it's about expressing who we are. To explore is to hope, to dream, to believe that understanding the universe brings meaning to our existence. And even now, as its signal grows fainter and the distance unimaginable, Voyager continues that mission, carrying our story outward into eternity. One day, its voice will vanish, but its journey will never end. It will remain forever in motion, a small beacon in the great ocean of space, reminding the cosmos that once, long ago, there was a species on a blue world that longed to touch the stars.